If you go to a lot of rock concerts, you've likely run into the same handful of people over and over again. But I don't mean specific people like Jobless Jeff, who somehow manages to always be in the front row of every show to which you go. I'm talking about the types of people you always see at rock concerts. It doesn't matter if it's classic rock, punk, new metal, old metal. If it's any sort of rock concert, from small clubs to massive festivals, you're going to encounter these same 7 types of people. Number 1. Superfan. Naturally, the first type of person you're going to meet at a rock concert is the superfan. It might even be you. If it is, you're literally super fanatical about one or more of the bands playing. And it's super annoying to everyone but other superfans. You know every word to every song, know every band member's name, instrument, and favorite color, and even know ahead of time what songs they're going to play because you got a screenshot of last night's set list on your phone. You also already have 48 pictures and 3 videos on it, even though they're only halfway through the first song. Superfans are a lot like groupies, except they aren't trying to fuck the lead singer or guitarist. Both will wait in line for hours in the blistering cold for tickets. But once at the concert, groupies spend most of their time backstage in the hopes of meeting a band member. Superfans head straight to the merch table to spend their parents' money on overpriced shirts, hoodies, stickers, vinyl, and other crap. They feel a deep connection to the music and look down on anyone who doesn't know as much worthless trivia about the band as them. Superfans are essentially the nerds of the rock music world. They get geeky tattoos of lyrics or images that no one but other superfans understand. And they probably have a story about how, that one time at band camp, they shook the bassist's hand. And this next type of concert goer, superfans can't stand. Number 2. One-Track Jack. This is pretty much the opposite of a superfan. These casual concert goers are only there to hear 1 or 2 songs. While superfans will sing along to every song all night long, they give One-Track Jack the evil eye as his head bobs strong, cause if he tried to sing along, he'd get the lyrics wrong. Which is why superfans feel that Jack don't belong. As the name implies, One-Track Jack will pay $100 and wait in line for 1 hour just to hear 1 song. This is the dude who casually strolls to his seat halfway through a band set with a beer in one hand and a half-eaten hot dog in the other. If the song he's there for gets played before the encore, as soon as it's over, he's out the door. You don't want to be next to Jack when the band plays his one track. He immediately goes from being laid back to acting like he's on crack. Even though Jack only knows the words to the choruses, that doesn't stop him from singing the whole song. This drives lip-reading superfans who do know all the lyrics crazy. But Jack don't care what superfans or anyone else, including his date, think about him. This is his jam, so Jack don't give a damn. Take out your cam so you can record Jack going ham, then post him botching the lyrics on Instagram so you can share it with your superfan fam. While superfans will go to concerts by themselves with a friend or a group of other superfans, One-Track Jack is almost always there with one other person. No more, no less. Whether a friend in jeans or a date in a dress, that person can often be hard to impress. Number 3. Bored girlfriend, boyfriend, friend, kid, husband, wife, whatever. At some point, you probably had someone drag you along to some place you didn't want to be. For the bored girlfriend, boyfriend, friend, or whatever, that point is right now, and that place is this concert. While everyone else is standing up, singing along, bored Betty is curled up in her seat, scrolling through Instagram. She has a good laugh when she sees the video of her date messing up the lyrics that you posted earlier. She also has a headache from listening to hours of what she perceives to be straight-up noise. Whether it's a date, a friend, or whatever, this person reluctantly agrees to come along, and they regret it all night long. They spend half the concert on their phone, messaging with friends, bitching about how loud the music is, and scrolling through social media. Every post they see of their friends having fun somewhere else or just enjoying a relaxing night at home makes them wish they'd made other plans. The other half of the concert, the half the bored friend's eyes aren't glued to their phone, their eyes are glazed over, staring blankly at the stage. Every once in a while, they might ask whoever dragged them along a question like, how many more songs do they have? Or, isn't this the song you wanted to hear? The one you said we could leave after? It isn't. The glimmer of hope disappears from the bored friend's eyes when they learn there's still 9 songs to go, before getting to the encore when the band will finally play that song. So the bored friend goes back to scrolling on their phone, pondering life, wondering where they went wrong. Number 4. Super tall dude. It doesn't matter where your seats are. If you're anywhere other than the front row, this dude is going to be seated directly in front of you. But he won't be seated at all because super tall dude likes to stand for the whole show. So this massive wall of a man blocks your view with his giant torso and might even be so tall you can't even snap a single photo of anything other than maybe his elbow. If you're 5 feet tall, super tall dude, or STD for short, is going to be 6 feet tall. If you're 6 feet tall like me, the guy sitting in front of you is going to be 7 feet. I don't know why, but that's just the way it works. Maybe it's the universe fucking with us, or maybe it's Ticketmaster. I have no idea. The only thing I'm sure of is that for every single concert I've ever been to, some giraffe of a man is always right in front of me. Now there are some variations of the STD. One is the STC, super tall chick. Since I'm taller than like 99% of women, she won't be a problem for me, but she will for you if you're under 5'6". However, if a STC with C, children, or a TD with C sits in front of me, I won't be able to see. Throwing a kid on their shoulders can turn even a regular-sized dude into a super tall one. Another variation of the super tall dude is the swayer. When you go to see Slayer, you might be able to look over a regular STD's shoulder and see the guitar player. But the swayer rocks back and forth, always blocking your view. You lean left, he sways left. You lean right, he sways right. Better get used to it, because he's gonna do it all night. Super tall dude lives up not just to his height, but also his initials. Like an STD, he's always unwanted, hard to get rid of, and blocks you from enjoying life. Prevention is almost impossible, and there's no cure. Fortunately, once the concert is over, super tall dude goes away, unlike those stubborn warts you've been battling down there. But even if you get them to go away, they'll be back. Just like you'll be staring at the back of some other stupid tall dude at the next concert you go to. Number 5. The pre/post gamer. This guy is the first to get to the concert venue and the last to leave. But he's not there for the music. He's just there to party. Every time you see him, whether it's pre-gaming in the parking lot before the show or in the mosh pit during, he's got a beer in one hand and a beer in the other. The pre-post gamer loves going to rock concerts because they're the only place that no one is going to give him a hard time about his raging alcoholism, since half the people there are fucked up on something themselves. If anything, his out-of-control drinking will just be celebrated. When this dude shows up at a cousin's birthday party 6 hours before it starts, sets up a mini grill and a lawn chair in the driveway, and begins slamming can after can of Natty Ice with no shirt on, he gets the cops called on him. When he does the exact same thing at a concert, the only thing he gets called is a hero by every person he offers a free sausage, burger, or beer to. By the time the pre/post gamer actually gets into the concert venue, he's already completely shit-faced. He's also alone because he lost whoever he came with hours ago, so he stumbles around looking for them. But I don't mean his friends. He's looking for somewhere to buy more beer, since the security guards at the gate made him throw away the 2 open cans he had in his hands, as well as the 4 others bulging from his cargo short pockets that he thought were cleverly hidden. Fortunately for the PPG, he doesn't have to go far to find a bar. As if he's got some sort of booze radar, he somehow knows where they are and races towards one like a stock car. While in line, he jams along to whatever band is on playing air guitar, and to everyone else looks really bizarre. Once finally at the bar, he orders 2 Bud Lights and pays more for them by far than for the entire 30 rack of Natty Ice he has in his car. To me, a good rock concert is one with lots of energy and good bands whose playing is tight. To the pre/post gamer, a good concert is one that, upon waking up the next morning, he remembers nothing from the previous night. Which is probably for the best, since he spent $200 on Bud Light and got kicked out for getting into a fight right as the headliner walked on stage, getting into the spotlight. Number 6. Old philosophical guy. Full of wisdom and beer, this is the old dude who starts talking to you completely out of the blue. You have no idea where he came from, who he's with, or if he's ever going to stop talking and leave you alone. You try the same, "Look, they're giving away free beer over there," trick that worked to get the pre/post gamer away, but the old philosophical guy doesn't fall for it. He just keeps talking and talking and talking. If you or anyone you're with show even the slightest hint of interest in what this dude is saying, he ain't never gonna stop. And someone will. They always do. Whether it's you or one of your friends just trying to be polite by gently nodding your head in agreement when the OPG rattles off some meaningless phrase like, "Music is the only real truth, man." He interprets that 1/4 head nod as permission to give you an unlimited amount of unsolicited advice about life by sharing one unbelievable story after the next about his own life. I got arrested for stage diving at a folk concert back in '78. Learn from my mistake. Don't go to folk concerts. Ozfest 99. Took a wrong turn looking for the bathroom. Woke up the next morning in a tub of ice, 1 kidney short of a full set. 2 words. Bathroom buddy system. When I was your age, $20 would get me into the venue, a hot dog, 2 large Cokes, a t-shirt, and a handshake from the drummer. Now all $20 will get me is a small Coke and a judgy look from the merch guy. You can't help but admire the old philosophical guy. It's obvious this dude's lived one hell of a life. You believe all his crazy stories because they're too unbelievable to be made up. But even more than admiration, you feel pity for the OPG, which makes you feel pity for yourself. You look at the scruffy, aging, long-haired, ripped jeans-wearing storyteller and can't help but feel you're looking into your own future. Is this what I'm going to turn into? You ask yourself, noting that the only thing separating you from the OPG is a few decades of drinking, drugging, rocking, and rolling. And sure enough, someday it will be you, but your stories won't be nearly as interesting, so try to remember as many of the stories you hear from old philosophical guys at concerts now so that you may pass them off as your own in the future. Number 7. CameramanC-Camerawoman. More than anyone else on the list, this concert goer drives you crazy. Even when they're not blocking your view or trying to talk to you, it bothers you what they're trying to do. As if it's not bad enough that the cameraman is recording the entire concert on his phone, it drives you up a wall that he watches the entire show live on video, even though he's in the front row. It boggles your mind that someone would pay $800 for a great view, only to watch the whole concert through their cell phone. But that's exactly what the cameraman does, even though he could have saved himself lots of time and money by staying home and watching the concert on YouTube. Since there are always at least a few cameramen in every crowd, you know one of them will post it the second the show's over. You can't decide who's worse, the cameraman sitting to your left or your friend to your right who's watching the whole show on the giant view screen even though you guys paid a ton of money to be close to the stage. At least the cameraman walks away with something at the end of the night, a shaky, low-quality recording with terrible sound. All your now former friend walks away with is one less person willing to go to concerts with them in the future. Sometimes a camerawoman will end up directly in front of you and double as a super tall dude, or chick or whatever. Don't get your hopes up too soon if you see a petite woman take the seat in front of you. Is this it, you ask? Is this finally the concert where my view of the stage isn't going to be obstructed? Don't be silly, of course not. As soon as the headliner takes the stage, she hits record, her arm goes up, and now both of you are watching the concert on her phone. Going to concerts can be incredibly fun. Between the live music, pot smoke in the air, and the $14 piece of fried dough in your hand, it makes for a great experience. If only it wasn't for the other concert goers, if only there was a way to make the rest of the crowd disappear, your ticket might actually be worth what you paid for it. Now tell me, have you had run-ins with these 7 types of people you meet at rock concerts? Are there other types that I missed? Tell me in the comments. If you like this shirt, it's available in lots of colors and sizes at MusicBSharp.com, along with lots of other awesome music-related products. Link in the description. And if you'd like to hear some of my music, check out my album Denialism, or search for this dude on Spotify, YouTube, or wherever else you listen to music.